it's good to have replay. I don't know what kind of impact it'll have on the final result, but
welcome back. Fourth quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Cavaliers leading by 11 on the floor for Miami starting the fourth. Dang and Bosh, your small and power forwards. Ryan Roberts out there with Dwayne Wade. And it's Stoudemire in at the 5. Bosh, the screen. Here's Roberts. Dishes it to Bosh. Here's Stoudemire. And, there's a whistle. He was going up for a layup, and while it looked like there was some contact, I wasn't sure they were going to call a foul shot or not, but sure enough they have. So he'll head to the free throw line. Well, Greg, after a run of 10 playoff trips in 11 years, the Miami Heat missing the postseason last year. They'd end up a game back of the 8th spot.
Yeah, and what's hard for the Heat, Kevin, is that they were in the playoff picture for most of the year. And as the season wore on, they slowly fell out of that top 8.
The pass to Beasley. The feed to Oden. And the dunk to finish it off. A beauty.
And very little fight put up by the defense as he made his way to the bucket for the champ.
They did seem to take the cautious approach, Greg, when it came to defending that one. You're right.
And, guys, it's not the time for caution now. I mean, they've got to be aggressive and take some risk to see if they can cut that lead down. You know, guys, for the greater part of last season, it appeared as though the Heat were playoff bound. Even with the players they lost, most figured they would be playing postseason basketball.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now, Greg, they've allowed from point-blank range. Can't happen.
Well, that's one way he can finish, but far from the only way he gets it done. He's got all kinds of tricks up his sleeve. And one reason why the Heat did come up short in their playoff aspirations, they were very poor against other teams in the playoffs. So only went 15-31 against teams that had made it into the postseason last year.
Nice numbers from D. Wade. 13 points, and the assist numbers tremendous.
His court vision is on par with anybody. I mean, he could not pass the ball any better than he is right now.
Cavs were one of the top teams in the East last year, and it was in large part to how strong they were at home.
Boy, did they shoot it well from beyond the arc at home, Kevin. I mean, top 3 in the league in terms of three-point shooting. It does help to have LeBron, doesn't it?
It does. That is a factor. 5 on the clock. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. A nice shot by Booker.
Gotta be demoralizing. They desperately needed a stop, and instead they give up a triple on an open look.
Here's Roberts. Oden with the rebound. Oden's got the glass covered here tonight. 11 boards for him.
And, you know, for the Cavs at home, they ended with 31 wins there. Second best record in the East in that regard. A lot of those wins actually came after the All-Star break.
Roberts passes to Wade. Beasley with the rebound.
And that'll increase their rebound advantage. They've definitely been winning that battle on the board.
You know what? No rebounds, no rings, and they've controlled the boards, and that's what's given them control of this game. And how about the Cavs last season? 18 straight home wins for them. 3rd longest home win streak in their history. And that home winning streak helped them jump from the middle of the playoff pack to the 2 seed.
Over to the left wing. Here's Booker. Rebound by the Heat. Wade's got 3 rebounds now in this one. High arcing shot, and they'll keep possession. Bosh can't hit.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in. And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Cavaliers.
We've seen them make the extra effort from a defensive standpoint, closing out airspace and sending shots back.
They haven't wasted time getting the ball up the court tonight either, and it's resulted in a lot of fast break points.
Not really really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
Not at all. I mean, he shouldn't even have considered taking that shot. Just a poor choice there. Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
Shoots from the elbow, and Stoudemire the bucket on the assist by Wade. Wade's got assist number 7 for him tonight.
Cavaliers timeout.
Timeout called the Cavaliers. Well, you look back at the 2015 Heat, and the injuries are what probably brought that team down. We can go from Chris Bosh with the debilitating blood clot on his lung, and on and on and on. The loss, of course, which was not an injury, of LeBron James. There are a lot of moving parts with that team.
And that's a great point, Kevin. And if you take any star off a team, things are going to get difficult. It was impressive that the Heat still managed to stay competitive once Bosh went out.
Here's Lido. To the wing right side. Now Arroyo. 6 on the shot clock. They get the rebound.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
And it's Wade penetrating. And it comes off the front of the rim.
You know, Bosh was the big injury hit for the Heat, but they had a lot of other injuries as well. I mean, had to use 31 different starting lineups last season, and 20 different players started at least one game.
Picked off in midair. Here's Lido. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Quick hands on the steal, and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
I mean, already hot coming into the game. Is it fair to say he's hotter? And injuries are something that you can't plan for, but you can prepare for them. And hopefully the Heat can avoid injury woes this season. If they can, they at least have players who have been through that struggle last year.
In transition, here come the Cavaliers.
Heat foul called. Brian Ross.
2 shots.
That's his first personal foul.
That free throw good from Lido.
Now, one spot the Cavs did struggle with last year was help off the bench. They were last in the league in bench scoring.
The Heat making a switch here. Winslow's checked in. Here's Roberts. And it's Wade penetrating. Here's Whiteside. And it's thrown down hard with both hands.
Solid work on the back end of that play.
Yeah, finished hard with 2 hands on the stuff.
Yeah, nothing extravagant, guys, but again, no need on that one.
Yeah. Not scoring with a lot of their bench. A big part of that is they just didn't go to their bench very often.
Well, you talk about the Cavs and the bench near the bottom in total bench minutes played. The bench didn't have a lot of firepower, didn't shoot the ball well, and considering they got limited minutes, oftentimes struggled to find any kind of rhythm out there.
The Heat have gone 6 of 13, so just above 46% on their field goal attempts here in the quarter. Wade outside. The jump hook, and the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim. 24 points for Chris Bosh. Now Arroyo.
And just way too early to tell how this year's group of rookies will turn out. But just from an early look, they seem to be a group that can contribute. Definitely not going to be a class with a small impact on the league.
Physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. That plus 10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
Yeah, not to mention what it says on the scoreboard. They're really pushing them around. Straight bully ball.
And it's Wade penetrating. Right side. The Cavaliers pull it in. Oden's got his 16th rebound on the night. With the 2015 draft class, the big thing is how many guys are polished coming into the NBA. It's a good blend of raw talent and certainly skill.
Yeah, I like the way you said that. This class will always be headlined by the two big men, but there's a lot of value throughout the rest of the draft, too.
And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time. And that's now 8 points now in the game for Hassan Whiteside. The Cavaliers leading by 20.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Cavaliers.
You're right, Steve. It was a standout performance across the board. They were just, at times, Clark, it seemed toying with.
Yeah, like watching a cat play with a mouse, Kevin, quite honestly. They were able to do more or less, whatever they wanted to do.
And so with this, they'll end up with their second win on the year.
And once it becomes official, this win gives them a nice confidence boost against this team. They'll face them twice more this season.
The stats tell us, Greg, that the winner of the first game is a big favorite to come out on top in the overall series.
Timeout called, Cleveland. They're leading by 18. 1:02 left in the fourth. And the Cavaliers will go with a different look here. Hashim Thabit, he's checked in for Oden. Anderson comes in for Michael Beasley. Booker, he's checked in for Ricky Lido. And it's Rozier in for Carlos Arroyo. And a new group getting ready for Miami. Amare Stoudemire, he's checked in for Whiteside. Haslam comes in for Chris Bosh. Joe Johnson, he's checked in for Dwayne Wade. And it's Johnson in for Brian Roberts. And now here's Johnson, the fast break chance. And he gets the bucket.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor.
The fans are just loving what's going on here tonight. A really good win for the home team.
It sure is. I mean, they kept this crowd in the game, gave them plenty to cheer about, and really used that home court advantage to their advantage.
Winslow kicks to Stoudemire. 5 to shoot. Trying his luck deep, and good on the basket. Book it. There's 14 seconds left in the fourth. Stevenson passes to Rozier. And here's Anderson for 3. No luck. So we see the Cavaliers taking the win here. A confident win, and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
They certainly put on a good show here at home, and I think they felt they had the edge and that extra little bit of confidence.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Clark Kellogg, Greg Anthony, and Doris Burke, this is Kevin Harlan along with our entire 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now to our good friend Ernie Johnson, who is standing by in the studio.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Many thanks, Kevin. And now a chance to check out some of the tremendous play tonight from our Jordan player of the game. What'd you like about his performance, Chad?
Just an amazing impact he had in this game. After not even being in the starting lineup, he's an other Ernie, and the crowd was loving it. They really enjoyed his style of play. He's going to continue to create more and more new fans for himself. I'm sure of that.
His passing was what impressed me the most about his performance. He was always looking for a teammate in a space, keeping all his options open. It's really refreshing to see the mindset coming from a position other than the point. He finished with 10 assists, and those played a big role in this win.
And that wraps things up, folks. Thanks for joining us. For Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith, Kevin Harlan, and the rest of the 2K Sports crew, I'm Ernie Johnson. Good night, everybody.